Hey yo guys, what's up? Vince SP here. Welcome to another edition of the Express Online. Black Excellence. We're doing the feature called Black Excellence today. I haven't done this one before. I'm doing it for the first time now. Let's get into it. The theme of this talk is called We Are Rooting for You. We are rooting for you. We want you to succeed. Right? Right. Okay. So, the previous generations of entrepreneurs were those who, did businesses, when they were getting into businesses, mainly your security companies, printing companies, events companies, and a few would get tenders, right? But now we have this new breed of entrepreneurs who are doing remarkably well, doing amazingly well. I'm going to give you some of those, entrepreneurs. So let's go through them. There's a guy by the name of Samuel Malindi. Well, a big shout out to a guy called Kabelo Makinta on Twitter, who has a Twitter account called @Kasi Economy on Twitter. He retweets all these great businesses or great entrepreneurs who are doing amazingly well. So some of those include the likes of Samuel Malindi from KZN, who has a business called Umnotho Maize. Right? Then there's Tshepo Matlakala from Emalaheni, who has a business called Matlakala Refuse Bags. I love the surname. The surname is Matlakala. The business is Matlakala Refuse Bags. Fused the two. Packaged it. Nice. It works. It works. Let's go to Umtata. Umtata, there's a lady called Babalwa Mbuku, who has her own brand or line of sanitary towels called Ntombam Sanitary Towels. Sisters, we are rooting for you. Arengo Sosha. Obraya Gawanzar, I'm first time. So Sosha, there's a guy by the name of Lebogang Nyandeni. No, not Lebogang, Mpumelelo Mahlangu, who has his own brand of laptops called .com laptops. Amazing stuff. Nahana laptop. Ososha. I love it. Let's go to Everton. There's a guy there by the name of Lebogang Nyandeni who has his own brand of coffees called eCoffee. So also I love that the fact that entrepreneurs are now taking these names we used to throw randomly mokasi, and now they are turning them into these big brands. I mean, Bathu has always been there before Theo could even think about getting into business of sneakers. But he was like, you know what, I'm going to take this and I'm going to run with it and create a sneaker. I was telling a friend of mine, Malo, about if I were to create my own cell phone, I would call it Lepopotani. It's there. The name is there already. The name is there already. Run with it. It's fine. Run with it. Lepopotani. Run with it. I have plenty. Don't worry. Don't worry. Have fun. But if I sue you here, hey. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go back to Sosha. Sosha Nguve. There's a lady there by the name of Mapula Ramohlwa, who has her own brand of roll-ons for kids, which is called Kiddo Cool. Kiddo Cool. Yes, Kiddo Cool. Moving right along, penetrating Northwestern, there's a lady there by the name of Nomathemba Langa. She has her own factory of meat, which is called Inyama Yethu. Sausages, meat, whatsoever, boerewors. She deals with everything. Inyama Yethu. Let's go to Ekurhuleni. In Ekurhuleni, there's a guy called Thabo Mashilwane. he has his own brand of igazolo. Kabanga, dog, igazolo. Moving right along, my hood, Hammanskraal. There's a guy called Mtutuzi, and he has his own brand of pots, ceramic pots, which is called Afro Deco. Now, there's a lady by the name of Ntabeleng who has her own bank called Young Women in Business Network. Right? Let's put a pause on Ntabeleng. We'll get back to her. So I can move on. I can move on and name all these, entrepreneurs or industrialists who are doing amazing stuff. So let me just pause them there. And then there are those who have been in the field for some time. The likes of Theo, I mentioned Theo earlier on, with Bathu, Theo Baloyi with Bathu. There's also Latuma Ngokolo with Maxhosa by Latuma. There's the likes of, there's also Tshepo Mohlala with Tshepo Jeans. There's also Rosh Mamabolo with Laura Center. Laura Center for Entrepreneurship and Business. Our own black business school. Yes. Now, why do I mention this once? I mentioned this once, and big shout outs to Casper for coming in on board and partnering with Drip. I mentioned this once because I feel like they carry the power. It's not only these, there are more. Somizi as well was working with, or still working with Theo, which is something that I'm rooting for. It's time we see this entrepreneurs who are successful coming back and helping those who are trying to get in, or they've already started their businesses of your .com, EcoFees, Kido Cool, but they need support structure. They need those who have started to come and support them. They need help. And if you were able to succeed, get down there and say, this is how I made it. If it means some, buying a stake in all these companies that I've mentioned, do that. If it means, helping them with this and that, please do that. Because we need to see them succeed. We need to be successful, all of us. And it is when we come down and say, oh, I see you are doing a business called Inyama Yetu. How do we support you? How do we help Kido Cool? How do we help Ntombam sanitary towels to grow? How do we help Umnoto maize to grow? How do we help Igazolo to grow? How do we help Matlakala to grow? How do we help Igazolo, Afroport, young women in business network? How do we help them to grow? If we can start to have these conversations, definitely we can grow. Now, it was unfortunate to see what happened between Ntabeleng and Koshik on Twitter a few weeks ago. Very much unfortunate. Koshik, I don't think Koshik was there to attack Ntabeleng. Koshik has been questioning all these institutions. He wasn't starting with Ntabeleng, but he has been questioning the likes of Easy Equities. He questioned Crowd One. Easy Equities came out and said, you know what, okay, sharp. We see what you are saying, or we are hearing what you're saying. Let's go and rectify or, fix or address this issue that you are raising. That is what Easy Equities did with KK. It was unfortunate to see the issue go at that length with Ntabeleng. And don't get me wrong, we are also rooting for her. But what happened there was unfortunate. To even see the press conference, are we live, are we not, all of those. Very much unfortunate. Now, all these guys who are starting businesses, it's not about them. It's about us black people. We need to see Nthabeleng succeed. And we need her to succeed. And we're rooting for her. We are. But then we need to do things proper. If you are only good with operations, then get someone to come and cover marketing, to come and cover PR, come and cover whatsoever. And this goes to all these businesses, all these entrepreneurs who are, starting their own. You cannot do it by yourself. You need a team. Yes, you can start all by yourself, but you're going to need a team. You're going to need people who are experts in fields that you are not. That's how these companies are starting. If you're starting in a factory, you are not going to do it all by yourself. You need support. And there are guys who are actually offering services of support, the likes of Jan Tshabela, the likes of VUGA board of directors. There are entrepreneurs who are starting a board. No, we can group ourselves. You are good in cash flow. O is good in marketing. O is good in. They fuse. They say, okay, sharp. We can come through to offer board services to your business. We need that. Yes, you may not have the funds to pay these people, but as long as the business is running, you can have with some agreement. Okay, sharp. This is how we can structure it for us to grow about. So I want to start this conversation. I want you to think as an entrepreneur to say, no, Vinci. Let me try to create a board to come and help me so that we can succeed. It's not about you. It's about the next generation coming after you. It's about the next person who will say, I want to start my own bank. We don't need to be doubtful of that person. We just need to support them and say, no, Nthabeleng did it. You can do it as well. If Nthabeleng was able to do it, you can do it. But now if you're going to say, hey, if it's Nthabeleng, how is she or he going to do it? We don't need to ask such questions. If you're going to sit and say, no, Theo, Bathu, or 3B, Lekau, then the next one is adding their own sneaker. Bopal. We're not winning. And we won't win. So we need to support each other. And we need to keep on rooting for each other. If you cannot afford to buy whatsoever, the least you can do is retweet all these people, put them on your platforms. That is also support. So let us carry on supporting each other as the black nation. We need that. We need that. Right? Right. So, yeah, I hope I managed to put in some few words out there. From me, Princess P. Peace, and God bless you.